of the 90.
Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome to a new video / live stream if you're watching with me right now. Newcastle playing Birmingham away, FA Cup. I can't find it anywhere on TV, so I'm currently listening to the last 5 minutes on the radio. You might be able to hear that slightly in the background. And I've also got the Sky Sports stats up as well. But what guys, what are you thinking of this game at the minute? We're playing. Hello, Greg, mate. Thanks for tuning in. We're playing. 20 seconds left of the 90 minutes. We're playing a very second string team, which at first I was quite happy about. Hang on, let me just change the name of this live stream as well. Hope you're all doing good. Let me know what you think of the game so far. I've been listening to a lot of it on the radio, I must admit, because I haven't been able to find it online anywhere. 2 minutes at a time, boys, so there's a chance to get a goal by the sounds of it, but to be honest, it doesn't sound like we have been playing very well today. Upsetting to say it, but Mitro Murphy started. I know. I even said in my predictions video that I thought they were going to start up front together. But what about Mitro? I saw he went off. Did anyone see what happened? Did it look serious? Because that is a nightmare, to be honest. It's shocking. Mitro broken leg. No way. I really hope not, mate. It's been shocking. Yeah, like I said, I've been listening to a lot of it on the radio, to be honest, and it sounds pretty bad. Looking at the shot, they've had 8 shots, we've had 5. They've had 3 on target, we've had 2. But there's still 2 minutes left to go. The thing I'm concerned about at the minute is, we're gonna have to play a replay. Hello, mate, Anwar. Good to see you. I mean, we'd beat them at home. I'm pretty confident of that. Just had a Twitter notification. I think that's full time, boys. I think that's the end. I'm presuming my radio's slightly behind it. Broken leg, really? No way, Mitro. That's so bad. That is sad. Harry, good to see you, mate. Probs a replay, yeah. I think it is. I've just had a tweet through saying that it's full time, so it looks like it is going to be a replay. I've got the radio on here, but I'm presuming it's delayed because that's it. Full time, boys. Yeah, it is full time. You're right. That is the end of it, and it's 1-1. It'll be a replay at St James's Park. What do you guys think about that then? How are you? Yeah, mate, I'm not bad. I'll be honest. I was out this morning and I've come back to try and see as much of the game as I could, and then just basically listen to most of it on the radio because I couldn't find it anywhere. Yeah, mate. Mitro's supposedly got a broken leg. That's what people are saying. Hopefully, it's not as serious as that. And yeah, replay. I don't know. I mean, I think would beat them in a replay. I think if we played them in a replay again, I'd be surprised if he played the same team. But it's a funny one because he's played a second string team to give people a chance, aka Murphy, Mitro, who I hope's fine, Tiote. I've heard that Tiote didn't do very well, which is disappointing. I'd hope that, I mean, he hasn't played football in about 3 years, but I'd hope that he might have come back and been all right. But it sounds like that isn't the truth. We've played a second string team to give our players a rest, and now we've drawn, and we're going to have to play another game. So, unless he just plays the second team again, I mean, if we're playing players who don't normally play anyway, then obviously it means that we're giving people a go, and the ones who are resting are still resting. So. But I know there's a couple of I'm sure there's quite a few Newcastle fans who didn't want to see a replay. To be honest, I didn't. I'd hope that the team were played. We are not winning anymore. Yeah, man. We are on a bit of a slope in form, I think it's fair to say. I'd hope that the team we played... If you missed my video I did yesterday when I reviewed the game, I said just play any, just a fresh team, just something new. And when I saw the lineup, I was actually pretty excited for it. Like, Murphy has scored a goal, so I'm very happy for him. I'd rather Mitro had scored the goal and it was slightly the other way around, because I don't know how much Murphy will play in the league, to be honest. But no, when I saw the team, I was excited, but now that the game's ended, obviously I'm just disappointed, because more than anything, not because we drew, like, it's because we have to play the blooming game again. It's more football that the players have already, like, we're already on a bad run as it is. More games, more tired players isn't exactly the answer, is it really? So, I mean, yeah, looking at some of the stats, they had 9 shots on 9 shots in the end. We had 5. They had 3 on target. We had 2. I mean, who we're playing next? We've got over a week of rest, to be fair. I thought we were going to win. I honestly did. I'd hope the players who like Murphy, and hopefully Mitro's all right. Lazar's getting a run out, like Hanley at the back. I'd hope they would have shown like why they should be in the first team rather than drawing 1-1. So that is disappointing. Our next game isn't until the 16th, so we've got over a week of rest. So I think that'll be an important game. That's on a Monday night, so that'll definitely be on TV for you lads. Brentford away. So that'll be a big game. At least everyone's had a rest this week to get back into it. Brentford away, kiddo. Yeah, Craig, cheers, mate. At least that's on TV, so everyone can watch it. Just annoying, may go to the home leg. Yeah. To be honest, to be fair, I'll probably go to the home leg as well if it's up in Newcastle. But I don't know when that'll be. Like, they normally don't take too long to play them. Shall I have a look at that as well? FA Cup replay. The thing is, we've played a second team to rest players, and if we're going to have to put out a better team to beat Birmingham, if we're going to have to play them again, it's just putting out more players who are going to get more tired. Like, yeah, Brentford, yeah, man, away on Monday the 16th. So like I said, I've seen some players came on, like Hayden came on, who obviously wasn't starting for Toyota. We did try and make a bit of a last-ditch attempt to try and get a few goals at the end, but obviously it didn't work out. Like I said, at least Brentford away, we've got time to rest our players. I don't know when the replay is going to be, though. Would you guys play a better team to try and beat Birmingham at home, or would you just stick out the same team we played today and just hope they do it this time? If it's at home, I don't think the team we played today was bad. I think Murphy, Mitro are perfectly good enough to be playing against Birmingham. Lazar seems all right. Hanley, I think, is a decent defender. Toyota, maybe the one that we possibly shouldn't have played, because it doesn't sound like he did very well. But I mean, he's not playing forever, and I think it was more about giving players a rest than anything else. So we should win. Hopefully we win. 2-1 prediction. Yeah. I think at home we would have won the game. It's just the fact... I mean, the biggest disappointment of this game isn't necessarily how we played or whatever, because we played a second-rate team. We always knew it was... I mean, you're looking at the lineup of the team sheet and you're thinking, I hope we'll win. You're not really looking like, whoa, we've got this in the bag. Just because, I mean, half the team hasn't played this season, really. So you're really just crossing your fingers and hoping that we'll get the win. But that, like I say, that's the biggest disappointment, because we're gonna have to do it all over again. I suppose it's an extra game for the home fans to go to. And I do want a cup run. I don't want to sound like down in the dumps. I'd rather we just won this game next round. But at least we're not out of it. We do have a chance to get a cup run. I know there's a lot of fans who don't want the cup run because it means it's more games in the calendar, and we've already got enough. But in January as well, surely we're going to buy some players. Let me know what you think about that as well. Like, who do you think we're going to buy? Cleverly is his name's floating around quite a lot. I could see us buying Cleverly. No, buying him. I want to loan him. I don't want to buy him. I think Rafa. We're in a position where we've got loads of money. We've got Rafa as the manager, and a position where we're going to be in the Prem next year, or you'd like to hope so. So if we're looking at players, we're kind of offering them Premier League football. So I think we're in a good position to bring players in. Ideally, a few loan players. The thing is, if you think about our starting 11, and then that was our second team. So if our first 11 got tired, and that is the team that you'd play as a second team, I wouldn't want that to be in our championship game. Yes, in the FA Cup it's all right, but in the championship game, I'd be a bit worried if we had Toyota playing. Mitro's injury's looking really bad. Yeah, mate. The replay is a week on Wednesday. They said a week on Wednesday. Wow. Well, that means it's going to be. So we play. If that's right, we play Brentford on the Monday, and then we play Birmingham on the Wednesday as well. That's crazy. I reckon what Rafa will do is he'll keep the team fresh for Brentford away on Monday the 16th. And then I reckon he'll probably just play the same team again that drew tonight in the replay. I think it's a good enough team to win. I mean, you can't just pull players out of the closet after not playing for... Like, Toyota, I mean, when did he last play? I think it's ambitious for us to think that it's going to be an easy walkover, so I'm not overly surprised by the 1-1, but it would have been good to get a win. Will Grigg, yeah, Will Griggs and Mitro up front, that'll be a laugh. Although I hope Mitro's all right, like I keep saying. Yeah, Harry to loan, I agree. Getting plenty of players on loan. Brentford being changed to Saturday after, has it? Let me get this up. I don't even know when the games are, if they're all getting changed. On the Sky Sports, it still says that Brentford's on the 16th, so unless you've just know things that I don't. I want to win. We won 4-0, then drew 2-1, 1-1. Yeah, we basically played a second string team, that's why we drew. Or I'd like to think so as well. Obviously, we've not been on great form, but... yeah, Will Griggs probably wouldn't come because Wigan need him. Yeah, I mean, I just names like Cleverly don't get a game. Delph, does anyone even remember who Delph is? Do you remember when he was actually? I'm not going to big him up too much, but he was all right, and then went to Man City and never played again. And who was the third one? Loftus-Cheek getting thrown around quite a lot. Just bring them in on loan. If we bring them in on loan and then decide at the end of the season that they're A, they're too much money, B, they were rubbish, or C, if they were good, we'll be like, yeah, we'll keep you on for next season. I think with someone like Cleverly, he was at Man U, wasn't that great. Everton wasn't that great. Newcastle Championship could be good, but do I want to pay 8 million to find out that he's rubbish in the Prem next year? No, so we'll bring him in on loan, help us get promoted, and then just send him on his way, and then we'll buy someone even better. That's the dream. But yeah, anyway, back to the fixtures. We've got Brentford away on the 16th, and then supposedly Rotherham is on the 21st on the Saturday. So if the Birmingham game's on the Wednesday, then that's going to be quite a full little week we've got there. I suppose the positive, we've got quite a Delph. I'll have him any day. Yeah, mate. Remember what happened to Delph? Remember when he was a thing? And now he's just vanished from the face of the earth. I mean, Man City would... Surely they'd be happy to let him come out to Newcastle. They know he's going to get played. Who would you rather have? Delph and Shelvey or Colback and Hayden? To be fair, Shelvey and Hayden are alright. It's Colback who's, I think, letting us down a bit. Unlucky, I'm a Birmingham fan. Yeah, mate, I mean, how do you think the game went from a Birmingham point of view? I don't think Newcastle outperformed. Did Birmingham have many changes in the side, or him and Shelvey later in the season? Yeah, Delph and Shelvey would be pretty amazing, to be honest. Frank Lampard on loan. Yeah, who was it? Brighton supposedly are wanting to bring Frank Lampard in. That would be pretty crazy. The thing is, so you'd have to have someone quick with him to do all the running, because I don't think he can get around, but he's still a quality player though. Well, supposedly we were going to get Gerrard in on loan, thanks to Rafa. He would definitely be someone to have in the dressing room, like as a plan. We have to play Burnley again in just over a week. That's 3 times we've played them. Just over. Well, yeah, Sunderland fan. I seen you, Drew, mate. It's the same with Sunderland. To be honest, I don't think you want any more games than you need to have at the minute. Obviously, the situation you're in. I bet you're hoping you keep a hold of Defoe as well, with all of the chat about him potentially leaving. That would be a big one for you guys. Shelby Hayden, yeah. Instead of Colback, thought Villa would be better. Or what you mean today? I don't know how they did. Or do you just mean Delph in general? Yeah, he did well at Villa, and then this is what Man City do, isn't it? Buy players and never play them again. To be honest, Sterling did well to even start getting a game in the end, because they didn't want to play him at first. Yeah, about Defoe as well. I tweeted this the other day. If you don't follow my Twitter, check it out. I'll put it in the description a bit later on. But if West Ham want Defoe, they basically need to pay how much Sunderland would get for staying in the Premier League, which is like, what, 100 million, which they're obviously not going to do. 6 million for Defoe. Defoe is Sunderland's pretty much way out of relegation if he can handle it, and then they sell him for 6 million and get relegated and lose about 120 million's worth of TV. Like, that is not going to happen. They can't sell him unless the West Ham pay 100 mil. And then apparently they offered 3 million for Snodgrass. It's just West Ham are having a laugh at the minute. Heard about Callum Wilson, but that could be good. Yeah, I think that could be good. He wasn't getting that much of a game for them, but then I think he did he get a goal against Arsenal the other day? So Boney was bad. Yes, well said. That is another one who went to Man City and never did anything, and then went to Stoke. So yeah, I think I mean there's no issue raiding players in like Loftus-Cheek, Delph, who aren't getting a game for their club. If we brought them in on loan and they were amazing, we could maybe sign them at the end of the season. The thing is, I don't want Man City to be like, oh, if you're interested in Delph, that's 10 million, mate. Because if we paid 10 million, then he gets injured or is useless, then we don't want him anymore. So we're better off getting him in on loan. If he's crap, we'll just kick him out the door. I don't want to get that big teams buy good. I don't get. Oh right, you don't get it. Why the big teams buy players, and then the reason Man City got Delph in was because they needed to fill their English player quota. That's why they got him in, because they needed more English players in the squad. But obviously, with the potential that he is quite good and he could play, and then just never played. 6 million for a 34-year-old. Yeah, I mean Defoe is old and 6 million's good, but it's the situation. If it was the summer when they have time to buy other players, then yeah, it's not a bad deal. But right now, if Sunderland can't bring in a player who's going to score as many goals as Defoe can in the next 3 months for 6 million, then you don't want to sell him. But yeah, let's move slightly back onto the Birmingham Newcastle game. Got slightly off track here, but I love it though. Thank you for everyone chatting with me, because that is what the whole live stream's about. But yeah, I mean, right, okay, let's have some comments down here. Do you want to play a replay against... Do you want to stay in the FA Cup? I mean, I do want to stay in the FA Cup. It's annoying that we didn't just win today, because it's just more games and more pressure to put ourselves under. If what Daniel said is true, and that replay is on the Wednesday, then that's 3 games in a week we're gonna have. So he's definitely gonna have to play a second string team again. I mean, the Brentford's game's on TV though, so at least you can all watch that rather than having to watch me. I think West Ham are just trying to unsettle their relegation rivals' best players by offering tiny amounts of money. They probably don't really want to... Yeah, that is actually a good point, I suppose. Maybe Newcastle should do that. Maybe we should just buy all the top strikers from Brighton and so on, and then we haven't got to actually play well anymore. We'll just buy everyone and stick them in the reserves. That's what it's come to now. No, I think there's a couple of players we've been talking about. Like, oh, if Mitro is actually injured as badly as it sounds, then yes, you do want to win. When was the last time we had a cup run? Yes, I agree. I think I would love to see a cup run. It's just the thing is, if we were in the same position as we were a month ago, that like basically when the League Cup was happening, we were storming the Championship, and it was like, yes, let's play the League Cup. Because we're under a bit of pressure now, it's just unnerving everyone. Like, everyone wants to concentrate on the Championship and getting promoted. Mitro's just broke his leg in an FA Cup game. That's the kind of thing that happens and makes people not like want just to concentrate on the Championship. I think if Mitro is injured that badly, I think we are going to have to bring in a new striker. And I mean, Diarmi and Shelvey on their way out, and then, well, Shelvey's back in, I think, 2 games' time. Momo is hopefully back in a month or so. I did a video about the African Cup of Nations as well, so make sure you check that out. But it's just the players that we are. Tiote, man. I love that Rafa gave him a go again. I think that's honestly brilliant. But at the same time, we've drawn 1-1, and you can't really. I mean, the next game's not for another week yet, so if we did play a full-strength team, they'd probably be alright in a week's time, so maybe we should have just done it. I think second-string team should be the aggressive one with Cole back up front, rugby tackling the opposition. Yeah, well, maybe that might have got us the win. Just stick Cole back in and just kick everyone all over. From a Sunderland fan, I would love for both teams to stay in the cup. Basically, I want the possibility of a derby. Yeah, to be fair, mate, that could technically be on the cards. Hopefully, well, if you guys stay up, then hopefully we'll have a derby next year. We should be destroying the Championship, yes, and we aren't. I know it's we should, lads. I think this is the thing, right? Like a month ago, we were like 9 points clear of the promotion spot or something, and now because we are dropping points, it's just getting everyone a bit edgy. I mean, we are 6 points ahead of Reading in third, but they have a game in hand, and they've won their last 3 in a row. I don't know who their game in hand is against. I mean, when we play Brighton in about a month's time, just in time for Shelvey to be back, you know what? If Diarmi and Atsu get knocked out of the African Cup of Nations just in time, they can play in that Brighton game. So we could have Shelvey, Diarmi and Atsu on the pitch. Shelvey, I definitely think will be there, but Diarmi and Atsu, I think the chances are, if they've been in Africa for the last month, they're probably going to maybe need a game's rest. But they could be on the bench to bring on. Tiota's goal against Arsenal, though, oh, those days, yeah. That was so long ago, you know. That was like 6 years ago. Could it be that long ago? That was a very long time ago. Is that the last time Tiote did anything for us? 6 years ago when he scored that goal against Arsenal. That was a long time ago now. What's my score prediction for the Brentford game? Let's have a quick look here. Brentford are currently 14th in the league. They've won the last 6 games. They've won, lost, drawn, won. So they're not doing too bad. Harry's putting down a 2-0. Amos going for a 2-1. Yeah. We should win. It's Monday. Oh, we hate Newcastle. Whenever we're on Bloomin' TV, we always seem to lose, and that game is on Sky Sports. But no, I'd agree. I'd probably put 2-1 as well. I'd love to keep a clean sheet, but I just think at the minute we're just a little bit not unstable, but I just think defensively we're a bit crickety at the back. So yeah, I'd go 2-1. I mean, Gale is definitely in goal scoring form. I mean, we've scored 48 goals this season, which is more than anyone else. The next highest is probably, I mean, Brighton have got 40, but we've conceded more goals than they have this season so far. So, no, I think Brentford should be a decent game. Definitely hope we're not playing Tiote again. Although Murphy did score, so you never know. Maybe he might get maybe a second half feature in the game, but I'd definitely start with Gale up front. I'm not going to beast. I say 1-1. Yeah, away we score 2 or score none. Yeah, I made a point in my last video again. I said, did I mention it? I can't remember now. Of the 7 games we've lost this season, 6 of them are where the other team scored first and then we've just lost. Like, that's crazy. Like, so basically, if someone scores against Newcastle first, we just lose. And that's the end of the story. That is what it has been this season. So I hope it doesn't carry on. I hope that we can break that curse and actually come back from a losing scoreline. But at the minute, it's not really the one. Like a lot of the games this season, we like. Oh, what was the game the other day? And the Nottingham Forest one, Richie scored a free kick in the first 5 minutes and then went on to win. We need to keep like the early scoring. And then a perfect example is again the Blackburn game where we couldn't score, had loads of shots, couldn't score, and then that was it. We lost 1-0. So we definitely need to work on although Gale scores a lot of goals, we need to make enough clear-cut chances that we are actually putting them away. I say sell Dummett and play Lazar. Yeah, I mean, you know what? Dummett's alright. You know, he's defensively, he's alright. It's just the whole, like, in the Championship, when you've got Yedlin making those crazy runs up the wing, and then Dummett hasn't moved 3 metres, it's just like, come on, mate. Like, you can add more than just heading the ball away. And, well, does anyone know how Haidara did? Because he's been out blooming yonks as well. Is he going to be potentially back in the left-back position? I mean, is he a possibility to do something if we didn't play Dummett? Who knows? You've lost more games so far than you did during your entire stint in the Championship 7 years ago. Yeah. that is a good statistic, so thank you very much for that, mate. But it's quite an upsetting one as well. What did I read? I read that in the history of the Championship, only one other team has lost as many games as we have and still come first. So if we want, I mean, it's a good thing to carry on with. If we want to win the Championship, we have to not lose any more games. We have to always win or draw. That's to win it. We can still go up in second, and God forbid we don't end up in the playoff, because I really don't want that stress. But that is a point to make, though. If we want to come, like, only one of the team is lost. So if we lose another game, and then still come top, that's history, because we've lost more games than any other team to have lost games. You know what I mean? So that's crazy. We need more physical players for when we're losing. Yeah, love these streams when you're interacting with. Cheers, mate. Yeah, that's why I like doing it. I just want to hear what you guys think as well. But we need more physical players. It's a hard one because, like I said in my video as well, Rafa loves his one striker formation, and obviously I still back Rafa, Lucian and all that, but it's just like, when things aren't going right, you have to mix things up. And I think today was a chance to try something new, and I'm glad we did, but at the same time, we maybe tried too much. You know, if we played Mitro and Murphy up front with, like, still some of the more regular players, then I think we would have got the win. But then playing a completely second-string team and assuming we're going to win isn't always the way to do it. We win or lose, never draw. Yeah, that's also very true. I was looking at that a second ago. Newcastle United, it's not working now. But yeah, mate, that's the thing. That's one thing Rafa's been saying. He's been saying that we need to start getting draws out of the losses. Like 7 losses, and I mean, like the one of them was the Blackburn one where they had 1 shot on target. Like, that's insane. We should have had at least 1 goal. How is Tovan doing? Haven't been around, heard of him for ages. Yeah, to be honest, mate, I don't actually know. I've got no idea. Like, I mean, what about some of the loans have come back? Is anyone keen on keeping any of them? What about Sammy Amiobi? Do we think he's gonna be around, or is he done now? He's a contender for goal of the month for Bolton in League One, so that's a bit of information for you. He was cup tied, that's why he didn't play today. Otherwise, I think he probably would have done. I think it's the thing is with Newcastle as well. Although we're not in the Prem, we're still like high in the Championship, and we've got a lot of young players who are coming in, and as it stands, aren't quite meeting the grade. I mean, there's a few like Adam Armstrong, for example. We've loaned him out to get experience, and I 100% agree with that. But at one point, if we want him to be a potential future striker for Newcastle, we have to take him in and actually give him some game time. Sammy's too old. Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, fair to be honest, I don't think Sammy had the greatest potential that I've ever seen, which I think is probably why we've loaned him out so many times. But like Adam Armstrong, I think, has got the potential. We need to eventually bring him in and actually give him some game time. We can't just leave him at Barnsley forever and then in 5 years' time be like, oh, probably should have let him have a go. But that's the way of football at the minute. You always you have to be patient with young players, and when we're fighting to get back in the Prem, you don't have that patience, which is why Toyota is better than the Zidane. I blooming wish he was, mate, because that would have solved a lot of problems for us this season. I even said in my video, I was like, don't worry, Toyota is going to turn out to be a world beater. From what I've heard, Toyota was not a world beater today. I've not even seen the highlights, to be honest with you, lads, so I can't hugely comment. What I heard on the radio was that he wasn't doing that great, and then we subbed him off, so let's hope that he either A, doesn't play again, or B, sorts himself out. Maybe he was just not match fit. Maybe when we play him next time, he'll be amazing. Murphy is good. He should play more often. Yeah, I mean, like I said, Rafa has been very happy with his Gale striker formation scenario. Just got a tweet in there. Very good stream. When's the replay? I'm hearing that apparently the replay is next Wednesday, mate. If that's true, we've got Brentford Monday, replay Wednesday, Rotherham Saturday. So that will be and that was from Luke, by the way. So cheers for the tweet. That'll be a very busy week. But yeah, Rafa's enjoying his formation, and I appreciate that. It worked for a lot of the season. I mean, despite the fact that we've lost 7, we've still won the majority of our games. It's just bringing Mitro on for the last 5 minutes. I mean, should he be like bringing Murphy on every other game to give him a go? I think I was crying out for some fresh players on the field today, and I got that. It's just disappointing that those players weren't able to pull it off. Newcastle's problem recently is finishing chances. Yes, definitely agree, mate. There's been too many occasions when yous this season have been dominating and haven't scored. Yeah, that is honestly the story. I mean, today it sounds like the chances against Birmingham were pretty equal, so I don't know if you count that today, but like the Blackburn one is that's 100%. I mean, even when we beat Nottingham Forest 3-1, like we had plenty more chances. I mean, we lost against Sheffield Wednesday, and we had chances again. We hit the bar and just weren't scoring. So it's just so daft. Jack, I can't see what you're asking me to say, but sadly I'm not going to say it. I don't think that'll help Newcastle win the league this season, so I'm probably going to stick away from that. But speaking of Newcastle winning the league, do you think we're going to do it? Are we going to come top? To be honest, right now I'd take second. It's slightly pessimistic, I know, because I still think we can do it. I just don't want to be in the playoff. I honestly, that would be hard to take. We've put a lot into it. I'm surprised we haven't signed anyone yet. The amount of supposed signings that we were going to have and then I haven't had yet. There's still plenty of time. Like I said, if Mitro's gone out injured, I think we will bring someone in. But I mean, we've got a full week now before the next game. I want to see 2 signatures. I want to see Mitro injury isn't as bad as we first hoped. And just, if Rafa wants to revert back to the formation he's been using to play against Brentford away, then I'll accept it, because at least he tried something new today and it didn't come off. Clark or Mbemba? I'd go Clark, to be honest. I think Clark's been really good. I think he's probably been definitely one of the players who's been really good. Mbemba, though, it's quite a funny one, because I had in my eyes, especially, was it must have been last season, Mbemba looked alright. Like, Mbemba is a good defender. Yes, he sometimes, like, plays the ball out, like, and makes a couple of mistakes, but in general, I'd say Mbemba was really good. Here's a better question for you, rather than Clark and Mbemba. Lascelles or Mbemba? Lascelles, club captain, and I think he has a lot of potential. I think Lascelles could be brilliant, and I think Clark is already looking really good. I just think Mbemba. I just think Rafa sees a lot of potential in the partnership that is Lascelles and Clark, even though it might not be perfect yet. And obviously you can't change your centre backs every game, because it means they're not going to be used to playing with each other. So he's got to mix it up. Chancellor member, fuck off, Wijnaldum, Shelby and Perez. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard, because I remember at one point Mbemba looked really good for us, and then all of a sudden he's just like, I don't know. Well, he doesn't play anymore. How's he meant to look any good if he doesn't play? Come on, the Blues, from Birmingham City fan. Yeah, mate, I mean, a draw. I mean, that probably suits you even less than it suits us, because you're going to have to now come all the way up to Newcastle and play another game. At least our replay is only, like, on our doorstep, so you should have won. To be honest, mate, like I said, I listened to a lot on the radio, so I'm not 100% sure. The chances looked even, and we were playing a 100% second string team, so... Also, I'm not too hopeful that Sunderland will sign anyone during the window. We've apparently been given like 1 million to spend. Oh dear. Yeah, I think. What about you? Sunderland have lost your keeper as well. So if you lose Defoe and Pickford's out injured, you are going to have a hard second half of the season. I definitely think Newcastle need to sign someone. Imagine, I said this again in my last video. Imagine if Shelby comes back and got injured. And I really hope he doesn't, touch wood. If she came back and got injured, are we just going to keep playing Tiote? Like, we need to bring someone in. Shelby has been so good so far, and without him, I think we'd probably struggle. I'd rather be in the situation where we are able to just, like, we've got the money, we've got the manager, we've got the position in the league, we should be able to just do whatever we want. So no, I'm hopeful. I'm not worried about that yet. Rafa's probably just trying to make us good deals. You know what Rafa's like. He's probably trying to get it right. Doesn't want to just go and sign anyone, which I agree with, because I don't want to spend money on players who turn out to be useless. A lot of the players Rafa, we've basically got a new squad this season. So, what do I think of Sunderland? Don't like to swear on my streams, mate, but you can probably get the point. He's done well for West Brom. All right, yeah, I'll let you have your little chat about him in there. There's some Birmingham versus Newcastle banter going on, from what I can tell. What do I think of Sunderland, mate? That's what I think. You know what, guys? I think I'm probably going to end the stream here, because you are getting a bit restless, but I hope you've still enjoyed the stream. Yeah, I think overall, disappointing draw. I wish the second string team that we played today was good enough to get the win, but it wasn't. And then the question now is, are we going to play our second string team in the replay? I think he did the right thing, playing players who don't normally play. That's what I wanted to see. But the issue is, we played too many of them. If we played Murphy, Mitro up front, yes, maybe bring Sells and Hanley in, but in general, there's still basis of Ritchie, Hayden, so on. Well, I think we would have won. But it's that was the issue. We made too many changes and still thought we were going to win. Sorry, Rob, don't worry about it, mate. I'm just quietly laughing in my head. Birmingham versus Newcastle versus Sunderland fans. Yeah, there's a riot in the chat from what I can see. But yeah, right, yeah. I hope you've all enjoyed the live stream. I do love chatting with you guys, and don't worry about getting a bit rowdy. It's always a laugh. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Disappointing from Newcastle's point of view, but we've still got loads of games to go. If we want to come top of the championship, we basically need to win every single game from now. Oh, not win every single game, but we need to stop losing. That's the thing. The games we're losing, we need to get some draws. If you are watching right now, please drop a like on the live stream, because it means a lot to me. And also, I know whether to do them more often if you guys are enjoying them, so please drop a like. But yeah, guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video. I'm going to go now. I'll probably be back with more videos this week, so please, obviously, if you're new, subscribe. I'm trying to think what I've got going on. I've got a video I did looking at some of the top summer transfers so far, so yeah, make sure you check that out. But thank you all for watching. Like I said, drop a like right now if you are watching. Yeah, loads of comments still flowing in, but no, cheers lads, I appreciate that you enjoyed the live stream. But thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you later. Actually, make sure you check out my Twitter, because I'm on Twitter all the time, so if you want to chat to me more often when I'm not obviously in the middle of doing a video, then I'll chat to you there. But yeah, drop a like, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later.